We're rolling, GeeGee.
Oh, we are?
Yes,
Wait,
we are.
I'm
What's
doing
up,
my-
guys? My name is the Kiss Bandit, and today I'm here with...
GeeGee, Queen About Town.
Ooh, Queen of what?
Queen About Town.
Oosh, oosh, oosh. So for those people who don't know GeeGee is Miss Universe Kenya 2014.
Yes.
Amazing. You'd see her, on the gram, like just traveling, doing some good work. She's also a businesswoman.
Yeah, for sure.
Inspiring some little young girls huku nje. And what else can I add? And GeeGee is also a sneakerhead.
Oof.
She's into shoes. I'm into shoes as well. So before we even start the podcast, I just took out these fresh shoes, the Jordan Flight Offs, which, listen, this is the first time they're coming out. So
Oh! Literally
I have
out
to.
of the foot.
Yes. So I took this out of the box just for GeeGee.
I can't deal.
And what are you rocking, GeeGee?
Oof.
No, you're a
rocking.
sneakerhead. Do you want to take them off?
I'll have to at this point.
Yeah. So these ones are the Flight Offs, aka Black Mamba,
They're sleek.
aka
What's your shoe?
Shark West 9.5. You can't wear these. Don't steal my shoes, GeeGee.
Can you just talk nicely? So my shoes are refusing to come off, but
Listen.
I'm wearing
For sneakerheads.
Gucci crystals.
Aish. Listen. Shoe game on flick.
Shoe game, eh?
Okay, hold on. Maybe maybe this will be our thumbnail.
Right.
So yeah, what made you love shoes, GeeGee? Am I just like spending money?
No,
For me, it's just like I got my priorities wrong. I really need to reevaluate my life. Just because I see people talking about sneakers online, I just go and start spending money. I really have spent so much money on shoes, and
honestly, I think
it's depressing.
no. I think shoes are a statement piece rather than your clothes. I believe the best
But they
accessory
are.
can be your shoe.
The shoes are.
Yeah.
The shoes are. If you walk
So-
somewhere, like guys will just be like, yo, I like your shoes.
Exactly. Let's thrift the clothes and buy expensive shoes.
Have you ever made a purchase that you said, okay, now this I just regret because the price was just too much?
Yeah, I bought some heels that are pretty high. Honestly, I've worn them twice. There's a notice, I've worn them twice, and I'm just like, okay, so why did I buy them again?
You don't really see the point of why you spent that money.
Yeah, they're nice on the rack. That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's get into a bit more of what you do, GeeGee. I haven't seen you. I started following you on the gram. I don't know whether you're following me back.
Oh, of course.
You did?
Really?
Before we started talking in person.
The first time I met you, what did I tell you?
You love me.
See?
Hey, high five. Don't leave me hanging.
You see?
But yeah, so we were just following each other. We were not really speaking or sending like any DMs because like I wasn't sure like, yo, how is she going to respond? But
Yeah.
I would really want to do some stuff with her. So, but it's a good thing that we just met organically
Yeah.
in a work situation
Yeah.
and we just actually,
The rest is history.
we got along.
Yeah, and there's more to come.
So let's talk about I've never seen you doing any interviews. A lot. Maybe you do less.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I believe.
And put this thing close to your mouth.
Okay. Because I believe. Yeah, okay.
No.
So I can eat it today.
No. Okay, no. I'm just playing. I'm playing with you. Yeah. Why don't you like doing I don't see you doing interviews.
I feel like.
You like being behind the scenes.
Yeah. The people who always make the most money are behind the scenes.
Come
Don't
on.
we agree?
But yes, true.
That's one. And two, I've just been in a transition mood.
From what to what?
From just being a beauty queen or just a model to actually making money out of what I do. So
Hey.
that takes a lot of reworking and re-strategizing and all that.
Yeah,
So
because not just sitting back, pictures of you being taken and then there's no strategy on how money is coming in.
And yeah, you're being called for a shoot, you get 10,000. At the end of the day, okay, you're like, this can't even buy the shoe that I want.
Yeah,
So
not true.
yeah, you have to sit back and go you know what? The interviews are not worth it. There's nothing worth it like fame without money. So
No, but that's true.
Yeah.
Because I remember even for me once my thing just popped off. I was being publicized way too much. Like, not even if I'm in a job, guys are like,
why are you in a job?
Why in a job?
Yeah, you should
I'm
be
like,
having your own car.
what the hell is this, Maze? What the hell is this? Like, the pressure can be too much, but also you just have to know how to handle yourself and handle your business as well. That's very important.
Yeah.
And you also need to be just a strong person, like mentally.
Very, very, very strong. Me personally, I'm coming from a family of girls who are very strong and very successful, so I have no excuse.
You have no excuse. You really have to step your game up.
Nope, I have.
Okay, so when you got crowned for Miss Universe, were you expecting it? Were you not expecting it?
Honestly, I wasn't.
You wasn't? Or you were not?
Honestly, people say this, like, oh, I wasn't expecting it, but the people who competed with me know, and they can tell you honestly, she was not expecting it. I was that kind of a person because I didn't know anything about fashion and modeling and all that. I had just been modeling for like a year.
And you actually told me that you were a tomboy, and that's just hard to believe. I was a huge tomboy. Honestly, when I was competing for Miss Universe, there is a time we went for a shoot. Yeah. You know, everything is being judged while you're in the academy. Yeah. In that shoot, while people were shooting, I was busy playing football with some kids over there. I was just like, whatever, when it's my time, they're going to call me. You know, because I was like, I'm in this for the exposure. I'm not expecting to win. You don't really... Yeah, because there were girls who were just from doing like Miss World the previous month. And I'm like, ooh, that training, you know? They're so ready. But one thing that I had told myself... if by chance I get to the question and answer, then I'm gonna win it. You'll kill it.
Because I know I can speak. No, I can speak. So that's without a doubt. So I was like, if I get to the question and answer, that's it for me.
You're definitely going to nail it.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing. And even just for you, it had to be a huge step.
Yeah, it
from
was.
Trying something new.
Yeah.
You also said you're not into fashion.
At all.
You didn't know how to do makeup. How did you adjust to this, like, within just a short span?
So I had training.
Is there a time like you're doing like these crazy makeups that we see online, and then people are like, hey, wait.
Even there are times I go for an event and I'm like, okay, so what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? You know, when Wakanda launched, I did makeup for myself and I put crystals on my eyes. When I appeared at the cinema, my students were like, okay. Were you part of the movie or what? You know, but I learned because after I won, I went to Tanzania for a month and I had training from like the best of the best in makeup and everything. Yeah, I had stylists from New York come into Tanzania, and you know, so after that it's just picked up. I was like, okay, maybe this is me.
This is something I can do. Yeah. This is something I can do. Yeah. And have you ever done like an 8 to 5?
No.
Never. So you're just one of those people who got something that you like and went with your dream.
Yep.
Jeez.
And you know, the worst part about it is like I started modeling when I was in high school. And it got really, because I was young, you know, I was below age. I used to get back home so late. So my sisters and my mom were like, you know what? Fuck modeling, stay in school.
You're getting lost.
So even doing Miss Universe, I ran away from home.
You did?
Yeah.
And?
No one knew. So that time
they didn't know that you were actually trying out for Miss Universe Kenya.
That's the year I actually joined campus. I joined campus in September. Miss Universe Kenya auditions were in October. I got into the audition. There was like 2 weeks of training. I never used to go for class. I used to go for training.
But I love such stories.
No one fucking knew. My sisters didn't know. So the day of the event, which was on a Saturday, it happened to be the same day of my niece's sports day. Well, everyone in my family is very athletic, so no one misses sports day, right? So I'm like, oh fuck, I need to go, you know? Yeah. Otherwise they're gonna know. Yeah. So I go for sports day, but then it gets to around 4. I'm like, oh fuck, I need to get to the venue because the event is at night, you know? How am I gonna escape? Then I'm lying to my sister. I'm like, oh, I have to go pick my money for some show I did. And my sister was just like, there's something wrong.
There's something going on.
So one of my sisters was like, I'll take you. The problems.
How did that go?
I took her round and round and round town. Yeah, the event is in Westlands. Thinking of a way I'll escape. Then at last I'm like, okay, they've told me to go to Westlands. So like Westlands, where I was like, I said the hotel. So we went to the hotel. Then we got there. I went and told my trainer that, and I had not told my family. And now I'm sure they're going to pull me out of it.
Yeah.
My trainer's like, there's no way you're going, GeeGee. So he's like, follow me. So I followed him. He took me to one of the rooms. He locked me inside the room. He told me, stay there. You're not going to leave.
That's kidnapping.
Yeah, because honestly, after that, he told me to him, I was his winner. Oh, there was no way he was going to let his winner go home, He had seen potential in me and he's like, no, you're not going to leave. So he went and told my sister, you know what? There's a pageant here, Miss Universe Kenya, blah, 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 blah. My sister's like, what?
What are you talking about?
She's not doing it.
What?
She starts screaming in the whole hotel. I'm telling you, it was a
sister
scene.
That I know?
Yeah.
Who?
Irene.
Irene, if you watch this video, shame on you. I love you though. I love you, but shame on you. What?
Can you imagine?
Okay,
And my sister's allowed. So she's screaming and calling Kate at the other end.
I cannot
Can
imagine.
you believe GeeGee lied to us? Kate is like, get her out of there. She's causing a scene. People are looking for me. The people in the hotel are looking for me. They can't find me.
Yeah.
At the end, she's like, you know what? I'm going to leave her. So they went home. But the thing is that they could not sleep. They were so nervous the whole night.
And they can't just imagine what you've been doing.
Exactly.
All these other days when you're telling them that I'm going here, I'm going here.
I'm going to school.
Yeah. Oh, my.
So they're like, should we call our mom? Because my mom lives in the States. Like, should we call our mom? Should we? They're like, no, they don't call my mom. So they're nervous, waiting the whole, because I was grounded around, let's say, 11.
Yeah.
So they were just online. Then my best friend posted. It's like, congratulations, because she was there. They were like, what?
She won?
Wait. So they were like, no. Maybe these are those pages that are scams.
It can't be. It can't be true. It can't be true.
So they waited for the next day in the morning.
Yeah.
Then they actually they Googled my name and I actually appeared on Wikipedia because Miss Universe already updated it. And they were like, this is legit,
Yeah.
Hold up. My mom wakes up. It's like, that time Miss Universe was owned by Trump.
Yeah.
So any girl that gets crowned, it goes down there, the way news goes.
Yeah.
So she woke up, she stand on the news, she's sitting down there Miss Universe Kenya crown, Gayleen Ayugi. She's like, oh, maybe that's someone else in Kenya called Gayleen. Because she's in school. Yeah. She was banned from modeling.
Yeah, she's not doing it.
And my sister's called her, she's like, are you serious? Okay, they forgot they were mad at me at that point.
Of course, you've just won.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's why I love my sisters. They can be mad at you today,
and even
and the next minute they're like, "No, you're ours."
And even if you think about it right now, everything just makes sense because even you guys partner in a lot of stuff that you work on together.
Yeah,
they were the judges on
Miss Universe Kenya. Now one of them is the national director. So.
Now you see.
Yeah.
So imagine if they really killed that passion and made you not really go on with what you were chasing. So how was it going to compete in an international platform and just being a dark skinned girl because it's really dominated with
Latinos, white
Latinos,
girls,
Asians and all that stuff. Plus I know you have to have a really high self-esteem.
Yeah.
The confidence has to be there.
Yeah.
Because you see the whole climate right now, there's a lot of black girls, dark-skinned girls who are bleaching. Bleaching is a thing.
Yeah.
Did you see Black China went to Nigeria to sell?
I even posted that shit. I was like, this ain't right.
Imagine.
It's not right.
But it's so huge there, people, it's normal. It's almost normal.
Yeah, it's become more of people are making money and...
Yeah,
it's just, you have to know yourself not to do such things.
But how does that? Because, this is really important because there's somebody who really thinks that, because for me, I've never had a problem with my complexions. I know even guys who
bleach.
But I love this because I see other people who actually either from Europe, States, they're out there turning themselves almost to death trying to get this complexion.
Exactly.
Trying to roll their hair to be close kinky to what we need.
I agree.
So how was that? How was that with you? Just being in that platform?
It was hard. It was hard in the sense that just apart from people being white, they've had work done. you know.
Like my Botox
Open
and
their
stuff.
eyes.
They have.
They've like done like tummy tucks and like
Lipos.
extra lipos, and you know, and I'm just like, wow. I just went to the gym. That's all I did. I just went to the gym.
But how was that mentally to you? Did you at any point think like you're less because
No,
it's dominated by?
I didn't, because I honestly I put in the work. I put in the work before I went. I lost like 5 kgs. I was stoned. I was like all the girls
You were
there.
stoned?
I was stoned. Like my body.
Oh.
Wow.
No. Okay, yeah, you were tuned. Yeah.
I was stoned, and most of the girls kept on telling me, "Did you just work out? Like, are you on supplements? Are you on what?" I'm like,
No, this is just me
I
working out.
I worked really hard for this, you know. And actually, then is where I started appreciating like
And respecting
being
like,
African and being you.
Because
'Cause
people
I
are
was-
like looking at you and they can't understand how beautiful you are.
Exactly. And I also say that because at the same time, it's the same time Lupita hit. Like big.
Yeah,
like
I think that's
really
almost
big.
the same time that
That's
I
the
started.
time for 12 years a slave. That's the time for. And I had like
Then
the
your
similar
your
haircut. And
I think that's when I started following you on
exactly.
Instagram.
So,
Because I was like, this chick who looks like Lupita.
yeah.
Is she copying Lupita? What's going on?
Exactly.
But now, no, it makes sense. It's just the
worked
timing
for
was
me.
just
the
organic.
timing was right. You know, it worked for me because immediately I got to States from the airport. Everyone thought I was Lupita, you know, and I was like, oh, I ain't Lupita, but I'm gonna play along. You know, y'all just come and take pictures.
Yeah.
So it was that, and every time people came for like our events in Miami when we were there, everyone was like, "Oh, we want to see Miss Kenya." Oh, so I was like the most popular in Africa because of Lupita.
You hear that?
You know?
You hear that, guys? Have you met Lupita?
No,
What?
no,
You're lying.
no, I haven't.
You've never
No, but
even
the good
slid in
thing,
the DM or something?
No, the good thing is that within that wave, she
Yeah.
actually tweeted out and said, "Good luck to Miss Universe Kenya," like I say, and I was
Hey.
like, it gave
Good
me
stuff.
push, you know.
Okay.
So for
We
that, I
used to
felt like
be-
I'm okay.
We used to be in the same capoeira class with her.
Are you serious?
Yeah?
So now do you talk, or she's like,
No, she
upstairs?
actually responds once in a while.
Ah.
Once in a while. Plus, you have to understand, she's like A-list in Hollywood. She can't be like, you send a message, she responds like immediately.
No.
In fact, maybe she hasn't sent
I-
a message
I-
back in
I
a year or two.
I tell my sisters this thing that people say, "Oh,
Yeah.
she got money and changed me." I usually tell
No.
my sisters, "Love me
No.
now, because if I get money,
Yeah.
I'm gonna change."
Yeah, but if you think about it, just think about her schedule.
Yeah.
The people she's meeting on a regular basis. People that she used to see on TV.
It's true.
So that if you guys didn't connect, honestly speaking,
Why are you reaching
look,
out?
and then ati she's changed, ati squeezy mazea na ringa ni. I think she's
See
actually
a matter of kuringa.
No.
You know that. See a matter
No,
of
no, no.
kuringa. It's just
No.
a matter of priorities.
priorities, and you also have to admit, like, I think she's the only Kenyan celebrity we have.
Shake
Okay.
my hand.
Like, you know, like when
Apart from the news anchors, which are not celebrities, but they think they are. You know.
No, I mean, when it comes to journalism, like right now, I'd say it like something I saw online. It's like it's like the lowest hanging fruit, because everybody now is like, I meet everyone. Everyone is like, I work for Nini, I read news, I do this and that, and you're like, when? So I mean,
That was my
It's-
dream at some point.
because if you think about it, like right now, it's not really.
Lucrative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
I agree.
Because I know, and I know a lot of people who are in that platform,
Yeah.
and
Plus,
when you meet-
everything is online. Everything. We get news even before they
TV is-
tell us breaking news.
TV and radio is almost
It's
dying.
bullshit, it's
That's-
true.
That's why we're doing this.
You
'cause
know,
it's
yeah.
unfiltered. We tell you how it is.
Yeah.
There are no restrictions.
We don't have to dress the way you think. Like
No, you don't have to tell me like, yo, your hair, Maze, you can't put
you need
this.
to cut it.
Yeah, you can't put this on. You can't
Got it.
show.
Got it.
You can't show this. You can't put like some random product placement. And shout out to Art Cafe. Of
I
course,
know.
for-
Shout out to Art Cafe for sure.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Niv. So yeah, I mean, it's just impressive to know that you didn't have like any self-esteem issues,
Yeah, I didn't.
and I think a lot of girls like right now need some guidance. I
Yeah.
don't know whether you're doing anything are you doing anything in your platform to just tell these girls, you know what, you also have a social responsibility. Do you think so or not?
I think I do. And
what
I
are
honestly
you
think I
doing
have
anything?
not done enough.
Have you done anything for starters?
I have done things for myself, I'll be honest. I haven't done things for people, but I feel like that's why I said I took a break from everything. I feel like 2019 is a different year, you know?
Yeah.
Let's do things differently. I feel like I need to, as much as I try and mentor people, I coach catwalk and all that, but that's not enough, you know? There's so many issues out here. Girls are literally not believing in themselves. You know, you look at a girl, you're like, do you know your potential?
Yeah.
And they're just like...
And it's even with me, that's why it's so hard. I was just talking, sorry to interrupt you. I was just talking to someone the other day and then told them, like, it's even so hard for me if I meet, let's say, a girl, lady, woman who doesn't really understand what she's capable of.
Yeah.
Because I'm always surrounded with all these like really powerful women who are running shit and stuff. And I see and I learn so much from them, even more than I learn from guys.
I agree.
So when you meet someone and you see their potential and they don't even realize that they can do this on their own.
Exactly.
It just seems a bit absurd.
Plus they don't know how to start. That's the thing. That's what you find. Most people don't know how to start. I'll find a million DMs like, oh, I want to model. When I wanted to model, I didn't ask people, how do I? Yeah. I Googled, I researched, I knew, okay, there are agencies in this country. Okay, this is how people get into auditions. Okay, I asked one model, I heard there was a model group. Can you guys please add me? Because I hear that's where you guys post auditions.
Yeah, you know about Jobos and stuff.
And they added me. So I don't feel like you need to ask someone, please hold my hand. No, sometimes you don't need someone to hold your hand. Sometimes you need to hold yourself so that you can make that first step.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But do you think... like I was saying about social responsibility.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of these young girls, they're there online. What they see is what they want, and they want it there and then.
Yeah.
They see GeeGee popping bottles of champagne, right?
Yeah.
They see GeeGee rocking Gucci. They see GeeGee, here traveling here and there. So how, if you're not like telling them maybe like on your online platform like, you can do this and that, or just doing like, even if it's a blog, a YouTube video, some Insta stories, something that can just educate them on how they can get all these things apart from we'll get to the stereotypes before we get there. Yeah. So how can you inform them about this? Because we know you made it through all these hurdles, that you have really nice high self-esteem, business oriented, self-driven, you do a lot of things independently. How can they also learn how to do that? Because when they look at your Instagram, how are they supposed to know? They're like, okay, so if we're supposed to pop champagne bottles, where do we get them?
Exactly.
If you're supposed to get shoes, where? If we're supposed to go to Miami, how do we do it?
Exactly. Yeah.
So what's your social responsibility?
That is
what are you doing about that?
That is my 2019 actually social media, honestly, guys.
GeeGee.
Honestly, I feel like, because the other day I was having a conversation with someone and I was like, they asked me, GeeGee, why are you private these days? Because my account is private. And honestly,
you can't be private anymore.
You know why I decided to go private?
Why?
Because I felt like people are coming to follow me in the sense that, she's doing so well. But at the same time, they feel like it's unreachable. What I'm doing is unreachable.
Yes.
And that's why I decided to go private, because I was like, okay, until I restructure it, I don't want people just coming to my page and feeling like, I can't do that. I can't travel. I can't. And that's why I decided to go private. Because all these things, honestly, traveling is cheap. People don't know that it's cheap. All you need to do is just save. Even if you're saving 5,000 a month, you can go anywhere.
Yeah. I know friends who spend more on alcohol and they've never traveled at all.
Yeah.
And what they spend is actually practically a flight to somewhere.
Yeah.
They don't travel at all.
Yeah.
And that's just a shallow way of thinking. But it's a good thing that you're saying in 2019, please.
That will be my Instagram.
We'll hold you accountable to this, because this is going online. So I mean, but I think because there's so many young misguided girls, they really don't know how to go about it, GeeGee.
For sure.
So you can't blame a girl when you see her with like some old guy, because she's only seeing like that's the only way she can achieve this dream is by sleeping with this old guy, or like, because also Kenya is very popular sex tourism, top 10 in the world. You know that, right?
Ouch.
Us and Thailand, we're just somewhere.
Hell no.
Google.
No,
you have your new phone.
Jesus, my sister is from Thailand, and she said Thailand is something else.
No, it is something
Thailand
else.
has like sex shows and the curtains are just open.
But we
And
have
she's
those
like,
too. You know that, right?
Tumejificha kidogo.
No. Here's the thing. That's the thing about us. We do so many things on the lay low. But we are. If you Google right now, Kenya is top 10 in the world
you serious?
for sex tourism. Yeah.
Oh, that's not
And
good.
I can say most are like girls who are really trying to get out there. They've seen things on social media.
Yeah.
They're trying to travel.
Yeah,
They're trying to buy things.
Yeah.
So definitely,
Yeah.
the one thing that they're gonna go for is,
Let me tell you the funny thing actually.
can I? Tell me that before I ask you something else. Something interesting.
There's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
So he's on Tinder. He's white, eh?
Yeah.
So he asked
And I wanted to say Tinder. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on Tinder. He's white.
Yeah.
So he asked me, "Yeah, GeeGee,
Yeah.
all of these Kenyan girls are like, I love traveling, I love shopping, and they've never even left their village."
They've
I was like,
never.
These
But
guys know.
They know.
They know.
And the easiest thing for such people, it's so easy for them to manipulate you. Because why?
Of course. They know
Because
what you're after.
They know you want to
So
travel.
they're just going to lie to you.
Of course. They'll tell you what you want to hear.
Oh.
So now, in this modeling reign, let me just ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been offered cash to do something strange?
Yeah.
And then you said no?
Yeah. So many times.
Really?
Yeah.
You have?
It's a norm.
It's standard.
It's standard. It's a norm. Like, even guys who come to this big fashion events,
Yeah.
you're just like, wow.
I'll give you this much if you do.
Yeah.
I'll take you here if you
Yeah.
do.
I've been offered phones. Oh, buy you an iPhone X if you. Oh, wow. But yeah, I'll just save my money and buy myself an iPhone X if I need to.
That's really good.
Yeah.
It's such a breath of fresh air to hear somebody say that, because it's not common.
Yeah.
I can tell you for a fact that I know so many chicks who are always like, I need somebody who can buy me an iPhone X, who can pay this for me and do this for me. But you have to understand, all these things can come at a price.
At a price.
You might be lucky the first, second time, but you need to understand this thing has been happening
Everything has a price.
from like the 70s. It's always, if you watch movies, it's always the same story. It's the same story over and over again.
True.
There's nothing new to this.
But in the modeling industry, it's like a norm. We're not even shocked about it anymore.
It's not.
No, like a guy asking you for a favor.
Yeah.
Like, we're used to it. You just pick your ground.
Like,
And
if
there are
you
people
do
who
this
say
and
yes, and I
yeah.
don't judge them. Everyone has bills to pay. People pay it in
Yeah.
different ways.
Yeah.
You do you, boo.
You do whatever. No,
Do
but
boo.
you see now, GeeGee, you can't say that. We've already talked about social responsibility.
That's social responsibility,
That's
yes.
where
But
you
let
come
me
in.
tell you, if you can curb someone if they have not started, let me tell you, it's easy to get lost in this world, eh?
Yeah.
No offense, but we've seen very big socialites here in Kenya with over millions of followers.
Yep.
People actually look up to them and they can stand and say, "Oi, that's my idol." And you're like, okay, what have they done?
Have they done anything?
What have they
Is
done?
there an impact, or is there any?
Why are they your idol?
It still comes down to that social
So
responsibility
before
thing.
you start even doing such things, you have to think twice, because I also say background matters. There's some people who are just from weak backgrounds, and
True.
there's nothing you can do about
There's
it,
nothing.
honestly.
Yeah.
That's why we should bring kids actually when you want to bring a kid, because you're gonna raise that kid.
Yeah.
Because bringing weak people into the world, then they'll do anything. They'll be swayed either way.
They'll do anything for that. Man.
Honestly, if I took let me just say what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, just
If
say,
today,
here, listen, this
Yeah.
platform, you can say whatever you want.
If
We're not on
to-
TV or...
If today my mom knew like I was maybe like an escort or owing myself for stuff,
Yeah.
she would come back and kill me herself.
She'd be so disappointed.
Herself, she would kill me. For reasons being, my mom was a single mom for 5 kids.
Yeah.
And
She made ends meet.
what?
And
By
I
the time
knew
I was
you
going
were
to school,
alone.
I went to a private high school, a public private high
She made
it's
sure.
not a private high school.
Yeah, yeah.
And she paid for it.
Yeah.
And she was like, there is no excuse.
She knows how hard it is.
Yeah.
And she made it through. So like for you, like
what's your excuse?
What's your excuse?
Because
Well, I'm already here for you. What's
I have
your
no
excuse?
objections.
So,
You know, don't compromise yourself for just riches. You know. Yeah. Materialistic
you
things will
found
come and
a
go.
really nice way of saying it right now. You're saying, what were your exact words before? Like we just took a break.
Do not hoe yourself for riches, my friend.
Don't.
Do not.
Don't.
Do not.
Don't.
If you're supposed to be rich, it will come. If that rich
Yeah.
husband you're supposed to meet him, you will meet him in the market, in the supermarket.
You'll still meet him.
You don't fucking need to go to Sankara and sit with one drink the whole fucking night waiting for a rich man. You got it?
Hey, GeeGee. But you know, here, that's the thing. People need to understand all these things, you can achieve them. If you just focus, and especially like right now, how social media has opened so many doors.
So many doors.
You can really, and the thing is, like, first of all, you need to understand, like, for chicks and guys, it's a bit different.
Yeah.
Like, if a chick is just focused just a little bit, and people notice that, they will go with you. They will always vouch for you. Guys will vouch
It's
for
attractive.
you. Chicks will vouch for you.
Yeah.
And that's why even other chicks like other chicks, they aspire to be, they want to be this
Exactly.
person. So I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Just work hard. You know?
Just work hard.
Just
All
work
these
hard.
things you can get them. If you want a car, you will work and you'll get a car.
Yeah, it will
If
come.
you want a big ass house, you'll get
You'll
a
get
big
it.
ass house.
Exactly.
So another thing, we've talked about social responsibility.
Yeah.
How about, like, let's talk about making money. Making money in this industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard.
About apart from the side hustle that, you know, the other
Yeah.
models have to do to make money, to
Yeah.
make ends meet. That's the unfortunate bit. But you have to understand, if somebody is coming from a place where they can't make rent,
Yeah.
rent is due. The landlord is there like, hey, by the way, last month you also didn't pay. Your internet is off. You need to buy new shoes. Your friends are posting pictures on the ground. You might actually have to do that side hustle once or twice, but it's all about upbringing. Like we've said, the
Yeah.
people who've done that, it's changed their life and they moved from that.
Yeah.
So you can't knock anybody else's hustle, considering that we're in a third world country.
Exactly.
We're not in the States.
Yeah.
So these hardships are there, but you have to. There are many other ways. So how would you say it's possible to make money in the modeling industry? Because, you know, now we have like Instagram models. What do you think about Instagram models?
Fuck that shit.
Listen, what do you think about
Just-
Instagram models?
Okay, your pictures are nice, but fuck that shit. You know?
Sheesh.
Fuck that shit. Ain't nothing like Instagram models. Like what's that? Well, unless you have like a lot of followers and actually people are paying you to wear their clothes, there's no reason for you to be an Instagram model then, right? So if you're doing it just for the fun, you know what? Stop
Stop it.
Yeah, and to make money, it's
Yeah,
not
how do you make
hard.
money? How do you make
It's-
money?
Let me tell you.
Because you
the
remember,
thing-
like, was it last year or early this year? People were just complaining about how they're not getting paid.
Yeah,
how
it was
they're-
this year.
It was this year?
It was this year.
Yeah, and I mean, so how is it possible for models to just make decent money and just be able to like pay bills, go out, have a drink, treat their parents once in a while, buy their farmer presents. If you have a kid, you can buy them something.
Yeah.
How is it possible to make money?
You need to be persistent. You need to be persistent.
Yeah.
And then, the modeling industry in Kenya is not like any other modeling industry, let's say in countries that are developed, Like in the States, once you're an established model, let's say someone
You're
like
good.
GeeGee Hadid, people will literally just book you for jobs. You don't have to go for casting. But you see, here in Kenya, you get one big billboard or one big TVC,
Yeah.
and now you don't want to go for casting anymore because you feel like, I'm special. They should be calling me.
They need to call me, and I'm not auditioning.
That's a bad thing. I go for auditions. And I've done so many ads. I've been on billboards, but I still go for audition. And that's the thing. You need to be persistent. If you know per month I need 100,000 to be able to sustain myself, there are usually so many castings in a month.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you'll go for 50 castings and not get any.
There's some people who are watching this probably, and then they're like, what do you mean?
No, it's true.
I've never been booked for anything.
Okay, maybe you've never been booked for anything,
Yeah.
but maybe you're not going for enough castings as well.
But definitely there's
But
always a place for you.
Don't give up. Don't give up. That's what I'm saying. Especially if you're an upcoming, it's very hard to sustain yourself with just modeling, especially here in Kenya.
You have to have something.
You have to have something on the side. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But then you also have to be persistent. You have to keep knocking and knocking and knocking and knocking and knocking. You know.
Yeah.
Doors are not just gonna open. People are not just gonna call you and say, "Oh." Like people
you
ask me,
have to be out there.
how did you do that? Okay, there are ads that I've gotten that people have just come and told me, hey GeeGee, we sent your pictures and you got booked, you know? But it's because I've been going for castings like this.
For the longest
there's
time.
so many producers who have my pictures and videos in their system, you know.
Yeah.
So when their clients ask them, hey, just
They
send
know
us
the right-
model. Yeah, they'll just send because
They have the
I've
right
been
person.
going.
Yeah, so they know like,
Yeah.
okay, GeeGee would be perfect for
Exactly. So you don't have to get that specific job.
this.
I know there's one model who's an upcoming model even now.
Yeah. In Kenya?
Yeah.
Okay.
She went for one casting.
Yeah.
I was in that casting as well. She's an upcoming model.
Yeah.
And in that casting, she came and asked me.
Yeah.
She didn't have powder and her makeup was rubbing off, but I had not carried my powder.
Her makeup looked crazy.
No, it was just a spot.
It's not, yeah.
You know, yeah. And it was they were saying come glammed, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just a spot, but I had not carried my powder. But I just standed, looked at her, and she was so gorgeous.
Amazing.
And she knew my name. She was like, hi GeeGee, and I just standed like, she was so gorgeous. At the end of the day, we were like 200 models. Believe it or not, she ended up being the one who was picked, and that job was 350,000.
Oh, you hear that?
And she's an upcoming model who knew me, but she
Yeah.
got picked over me, you know.
Yeah.
So you
never know.
you
like,
can't be
'cause
on the top over there, you
Yeah.
know. You're not the face for everything.
They're always looking for something or somebody who's going to fit in a different place.
Samsung might love you, iPhone might hate you. iPhone might love you, Samsung might, you know.
Just because you're using a Samsung, GeeGee.
Yeah, I told you iPhone ni kabambe squeezy, my friend.
Listen, we'll get to that debate. We'll get to that debate.
All the Instagram slay queens and slay kings use iPhone.
We'll get to that debate later. Okay, go on with go on with the making money.
You can't be the face of everything.
Yeah.
You have to be persistent.
Yeah.
You have to be persistent. If you want to make money, you have to be persistent. It doesn't matter if today you're getting an ad for 50K, tomorrow you'll get an ad for 500,000.
Yeah.
Me, I've gotten ads that out of all the models who were there, I was the one who's being paid the highest. But I don't act like I'm the one who's being paid the highest because tomorrow I'm gonna meet you guys and I still want to be in good terms, you know.
Yeah.
So
don't want people to
you
start feeling
can't
bad.
make money if you know like modeling is your full-time job.
Yeah.
Trust me, you're gonna give it your all. You're not just gonna look at an audition and say, oh, let me just sit at home. No, you're gonna go out there. You have 30 days to make money for your rent, for
wake up.
It's
Wake
not
up.
an excuse, actually.
Just
honestly.
wake up.
Yeah, just
people
wake
are
up.
always just
It's not an excuse. You can't say
people
no.
are
There are
in
no
bed
jobs.
just chilling. There are no jobs. The government.
It's laziness.
True.
That's what I'll say. It's laziness. If you want modeling to sustain you, it can.
It can.
It
Because
can.
I know people who have actually been doing it
Yeah.
for the longest time, and they're still doing it.
Yeah.
So I mean, somebody who's just come in the industry for like 2 years, and then they're like, Maze.
Because you're not doing enough. You want it easy,
And
but
then,
nothing comes easy.
Like when you're starting off, how do you avoid being like used by people?
Talk to people.
Because a lot of people are here complaining, like,
Yeah,
you know,
talk
these
to
people are
people.
using me. And when do you know? When do you know the right time to do something just for exposure, and when is the right time to do something for like money?
Yeah.
Because like for me, I definitely say there's some projects that I can pick up like this, just because I know there's something that's going to come out of this.
Exactly.
And then there's some I'm like, okay, if you're not paying me, by then I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is what the difference between picking exposure and pay is that you look at the magnitude of, let's say, the event or the people who are handling it.
Yeah.
Let's pick someone like Walid Gashara, who is the CEO of Couture Africa, you know? If Olive calls you for something and tells you, oh, let's do this for, let's say, like exposure,
You're like, yo.
you're definitely going to do that.
I'm game.
How many people are going to open the Couture and see you there?
Yeah.
How many people are going to come to that show that she's organized, even if it's a charity show, and see you there, you know? It doesn't have to be necessarily connected to modeling, but you can get other jobs.
Yeah.
So you need to weigh who's actually organizing this event. Who are they? You have to know the industry you're in. You cannot be ignorant. And that's what most models are right now. They're ignorant.
They don't know
Anyone
what's going
will
on.
contact them and tell them, "Oh, I want you to do this ushering job for 1,000." And you're like, "You're gonna stand a whole fucking night for 1,000, Bob? That's not even enough for your cab."
But it's the same, like they're getting the same as bouncers. It's not that
Yeah.
bad. It's not that bad.
No, it's bad. It's very bad.
No, yeah, but it's true. It's true.
Being
It's
beautiful is a hard task,
But-
eh? Makeup is expensive.
But now maybe to them, they're like, okay, I'll be in this platform. People will see me. My friends will see me. I'm doing something.
No. And that's a bad thing.
I think people are going more for hype right now. The young ones
Yes.
are going for more hype.
Yes, it's about hype. I want to be seen. I've gone for so many events. I want to
Yeah.
be seen. You want to be seen everywhere.
And you
It's
have
not
to
a matter
understand-
of being seen everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a matter of being seen with the right people. That's what matters. So don't just go for everything. Don't just do everything.
Yeah.
And talk to people. These upcoming models, honestly, they don't talk to people, you know? They go for a casting, they keep quiet. Okay, maybe they know you, but they'll
horrible.
keep quiet, you know? It's horrible.
It's like being an introvert is like a
Yeah.
thing right now. How
Yeah.
does that, it can't help you in any way.
I
Can't.
remember my first casting.
Yeah.
First casting I ever went for,
Yeah.
Ajuma was casting for Fafa, which was the biggest fashion event. And when I got there, all the models that I ever looked up to in Kenya were there, starting with one girl who's called Francisca. Honestly, I walked up to her and I told her, "I love you. I follow you on Instagram. I follow you on Facebook."
Everything.
And she, at first, she was at shock because she was like,
Like, you're
"This
joking.
does not happen,"
Yeah,
you know.
You're lying.
But I was like, you know what? Whatever.
Yeah.
When I met Rosaline Murigo, I talked to her. When I made Faith Wanyama, I talked to her, and now they're like my friend. People
And,
who I used to look up to, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, will I ever walk a runway with them?" Now
Yeah.
we call each other. We're like,
Friends, you're
you know,
working together. If there's a
you
project
have-
here and there, you can always.
And they told me stuff. Hey, there are some people in this industry. Don't fuck with them. There are
Yeah.
some people in this industry that are gonna use you.
Yeah.
Go this way, go that way. You
And then-
have to speak, otherwise you're not gonna know.
You won't get the information on
Yeah.
how you're supposed to
Yeah.
even grow as a person.
Mm.
Interesting. Interesting, GeeGee. Okay, so now we've talked about money, we've talked about the stereotypes. I don't know whether we should go to money and love, or let's just talk love.
Okay.
Yes, you hear how she's just taken her voice down, like, huh. Are you in a relationship? Do you have a boyfriend?
This is personal issues. Why do you want to put them in public?
Talk, GeeGee.
Why do you want to put them in
Talk
public?
to me. Talk to me.
I'll talk to you behind the
Talk
camera.
to me. Talk to me. Are you seeing anyone? Are you in anything serious? Or you don't want to disclose that information?
I prefer not to.
Yeah. Niggas will start fighting out there.
It's not a matter of fighting.
Uh-huh.
I just don't like talking about my personal life. I don't even put it on social media. I did it once, and people are so invested in my relationship.
What? It ended badly, or?
No,
what?
it didn't. Okay, well, it ended, but it didn't end badly. But I felt like everyone had a say even after, and even now, people still have a say, you know, because he was a model, I was a model, we were always together, you know. We created something that
You
most
had a
models.
boyfriend. You had a boyfriend who was a model as well.
Yeah.
Good stuff, GeeGee.
And people thought, like, oh my God, that's like couple goals. And they
Oh,
had
yeah,
so
yeah.
much to say. And even now, when they see me, even let's say I'll go out with you today to the club,
Yeah.
one person will message him. And he's not even in Kenya. And
Like
he'll
you.
he'll just laugh and he'll tell me, look, like, these people are crazy.
Oh, yeah, like it's that crazy that people are really invested in.
Yeah,
So do you think if you're in this like kind of field, if you're a model, do you think you'd rather just, if you're in a relationship, is it just safe to keep it on the wraps?
Yeah.
You don't need to expose it to other people, because I know even like how girls work.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they see you with this person, they're like, hey,
Yeah,
okay, so we see how she looks happy on her Instagram.
exactly.
Let's just fuck her boyfriend.
That's it.
hmm
So I prefer to keep it.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
What? Someone slept with your boyfriend cause
Yeah.
shame on you, whoever you are. But yeah, I know, because the industry is crazy. So those are some of the things. So it's just safe to be private.
Yeah,
on the
it's safe
wraps.
to be private. Well, if you meet me in the mall, let's say with my boyfriend, that's okay. But
But I'm not posting
I'm
it
not
there
gonna
to
be
announce it
telling
to
you
everyone.
things on Instagram about him and all that shit. Yeah, you don't know. Maybe I might be dating John.
Ooh. I take so many pictures, you have no idea. You keep saying up at I won't share anything. Me?
I would share. And that's the bad thing, because you find people who maybe just want to date you because they feel like,
no. But
perfect.
I know what you're talking about. But I'm just saying, like, for me, I'm the kind of person, like, what makes me happy, definitely would put it out there. Even though now I know now, like, because even for me, I'm always like a target.
Yeah.
Because of my Kisscapades and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if people know I'm dating this person, I'm going out, they're like, what? And he's been out here just kissing our girls. Wacha taona. We know. Where are you? Are you free this weekend? Leave that guy alone, yani. I'll come pick you up. So it's always happening, and I understand. That's why, like, even for me, if you go to my Instagram, yes, you'll see women, but will you tell if I'm dating anyone?
Yeah, exactly. So let's leave it that way.
Yeah.
That's better.
It's always safer.
Yeah. If you meet us somewhere, cool.
But if not,
sorry. You have to look for us.
Okay, let's talk about just relationships in general. Like, if you're into a guy, or if you're looking for a guy, what kind of guy would you be into? Or what do you look for in a guy?
I look for someone who knows his shit. That's one thing.
What does that mean?
I find that attractive. Someone who knows what he's doing, not in the sense that
might be good at chongaing like sugarcane, and I'm good at that focused.
And you're actually saying, oh my God, I could actually make an empire out of this.
Yeah. Or somebody. It
might be stupid to someone else.
Yeah.
But to you, it's clear. So I love guys who are clear in their head.
Driven.
You know where you're going with whatever you're doing. You're not like just trying it out for the sake. Nah. You have plans. As much as some people might tell you, oh, this is not gonna help you. No, but you in your head, when I speak to you as your girl, you keep on telling me these things, and I feel inspired because I know I am seeing your dream.
Yeah.
So I love guys who are driven, and I love fun guys because I believe I'm a fun person.
You are.
Yeah.
You're always laughing. You're always happy. And there's nothing that I think is just really important if you're an adult to just have like happiness around you.
Exactly.
Just that positive energy.
Just have fun.
Makes you just be open to doing like a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oh wait, talking of fun.
What?
Do you want me to go to the next question?
Which is what?
Okay, I won't ask that question now. I won't ask that question now. But I won't ask that question now. Let's save that for another podcast.
Okay.
Because at least this bit will just be like, more informative, fun, touching on A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
But on the next one, we'll just go deep.
Okay, cool.
So, do you believe in gender roles?
Yeah. Actually, I don't.
You don't?
To be honest, I don't. I don't.
How is that?
In the sense that I feel like we're all human. We can be able to do whatever and whatever. It doesn't have to be assigned to one gender. So, yeah, I don't.
You don't?
Yeah.
So
I'm not even the kind of a girl who would be at home on time to cook for the husband all the time. Fucking get home and cook for us then.
You hear that, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you cook? Let's start with that.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
A lot?
Yeah.
Like you love cooking?
Love is a deep word. Eh?
Okay. Now I'm just saying, like, let's say you're not going out. Let's say you're married. What kind of roles do you think you'll play in the house?
I play a partner role. I won't play like I'm a woman. I need to be cleaning.
So even if there's a snake in the house, you're the one who's gonna nini. If I'm not around, you won't call me to come and nini.
For what?
Jesus Christ!
I call you from where you want to come and kill a snake.
Yes.
I don't have hands and legs.
Actually, I might be afraid of snakes. So
while you're on top of the table, I'm gonna be killing the snake.
I might pretend that I'm running home late. But listen, if there's anybody close that can handle this, I'll just ask them to take care of it, and then I'll show up later.
Yeah.
But okay, so gender roles, they don't exist to you.
No, they don't exist to me. Honestly, they don't. I feel like we're all equal, and instead of being limiting ourselves to like, oh, you're female, I'm male, we could actually be partners and be stronger.
But equal doesn't mean identical though, right?
Yeah.
So there's some things genuinely I might do as a guy.
Yeah. I'm not denying that, but I just don't believe like you should be able to say, no, a woman's role is to clean, a woman's role is to cook,
no,
or
we're not saying
a
that.
man's role is to provide. Oh, you know the way they usually say it. Oh, girls are out here looking for rich husbands. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm out here trying to be the rich wife.
Jeez. Okay, so now that you've mentioned that, would you date someone who hasn't figured their shit out yet? Listen, listen, look at you. I'm trying to be a rich wife, and then she's like, yeah, I'm saying, listen, there's this guy you really like and stuff. You like, everything is just working out for you. Your career is going up and stuff. But for him, things are not just like working out. Maybe he's been fired from his dream job. He's doing an 8-to-5. He's been fired. He's still trying to blend into business or just figure what else he can do. Would you be in a position to say like, okay, Sawa, this is my nigga. I'm going to just take care of him until he figures his shit out, maybe for a year or 2 or 3 years. Are you going to do that, GeeGee?
Debatable. Very debatable.
Tell me. Will you be down for that? Because
I'd be down for it if he knows where he's heading.
Maybe he's just started this podcast. He's trying to make this podcast kick off. Nini.
I would.
You would?
I would. Not necessarily the sense that he has something to do, but he knows what he wants to do, even if it's not kicking, but he's still doing it.
Yeah.
Passionately, I would stick out for him.
You'd support him,
I
take
would
care of the bills.
I would support him.
Buying some Jordans.
Jordans. Itabidi tu amevaa bata for a while.
Jordans. Until he gets his money, he can buy Jordans.
He can buy himself Jordans. I'm not doing that shit.
But for real, you'd be able to hold him down for a bit until he figures his shit out.
I would if it's someone who's if I see the passion in that person.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just someone who's like,
okay, if he's fired and he gives up on himself, you're like, fuck you, by the way, I'm not.
I can't do that shit.
You can't?
I can't.
Because there are some people are different. There are people who
if
need like a grace
you're
period.
Not aggressive towards life.
Yeah.
You have to be aggressive towards life.
There's some people who need like a grace period.
A grace period.
Yeah,
okay.
like, probably.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
I'll give you the grace period. But if
you've
you're
never,
not
you've never done
game,
like an 8-to-5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, figure out somebody who's been doing an 8-to-5 and they've been doing it for almost like how long? 4 or 5 years. So they're basically used to a routine.
Yeah.
They don't know about side hustles a lot.
Yeah.
If they're working, maybe it's stock exchange, maybe it's whatever they're doing. It's agency work, advertising. It can be crazy because you're leaving job at probably 2, maybe working 6 days in a week. And then you're fired from your job. It really needs, psychologically, you need time to adjust. And
I agree. And I would stick out for such a guy. I would. Grace period can only take so long.
How long?
Can only take so long, a year, 2 years. Then after that, that's bullshit.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, then you're just lazy.
You can mourn just for like 3 months and then you need to start.
You need to wake
just
up.
Figure this shit out.
Exactly. Yeah. So that I would do, but you can't mourn forever. You can't. I would stick by you and I would literally encourage you and push you to get up and do something every fucking day.
Yeah.
And if it's me paying the bills, I would. But you need to get up.
True.
But if you're not, if you know you're comfortable, hey, I can't do that. I can't take care of a man. I can't.
Okay.
I can spoil my man when he's working. I can spoil him crazy,
You're saying that pointing at me, so like message received.
Yeah, I swear I can organize trips on my own money for him. He's working, but I can spoil my man like
That's
crazy.
Amazing. That's amazing.
But I would not just be with a man who's lazy.
Yeah. Just in fact, even if you think about it, like right now in Nairobi, there's just no room for that.
Yeah, there's no room for that.
If you're actually lazy, like there's no way you're going to make ends meet.
I agree.
And even in future, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, true. So now, we're just almost finalizing this, right? How do you stay in shape? We're talking of the model industry and everything that it comes with. We've seen maybe some models who are there for a year or 2, and then maybe because even this model life can come with a lot of you now start eating out because you're being called for all these launches and stuff.
Yeah.
You're doing drinks, you're doing cocktails. calories are coming in? How do you just maintain that?
You have to maintain that. At some point, you have to like eat clean.
Because you have to fit like in these dresses
Yeah.
that maybe
Yeah.
are standard, like world standard sizes. So
There are.
Yeah.
Because when designers are making dresses, they don't know the models who are going to be at the show.
and
But
so
they have standard size, bust has to be between 32 to 36, waist has to be between 26 to 28, hips has to be between 38 to 40.
True.
So you have to maintain a certain body. And that means working out, that means eating right. Some people, they're naturally blessed, they don't have to do that. They'll eat, like my best
Crazy.
friend eats crazy.
Yeah.
She eats at 12 midnight. And I'm like, what the fuck? You hear someone in the kitchen,
A
she's
proper meal, yeah, yeah.
snarking. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, and she's still like, she still has a good body, So
Yeah.
there's some people who are like that. But there's some people, you have to work hard, you have to eat right, you have to train. So
Discipline.
discipline is key.
Do you
Discipline is key in modeling.
talking about that, do you specifically have like a certain meal plan that you follow to?
No.
You don't?
No, I used to have, but no, not anymore.
Do you work out?
No, not anymore. I haven't worked out for 1 year now.
Why? Okay, and how do you still look good?
I feel. I was telling you earlier. I feel like I'm fat.
Stop playing, by the way.
I know. Some people
Stop
I'm
playing.
on my Instagram
You'll
like
offend
body
some,
goals.
You'll offend some people when they watch the video. I feel like I'm fat.
I feel like I need to lose like 5 kgs. Honestly, I haven't been eating right, and it's going to all the wrong places. Like my tummy is not as flat as it used to be. So come 2019,
That's also part of.
when it becomes flat, I'm literally gonna be
And
just
we'll also
naked 24/7.
We'll hold you
Like,
accountable to that because we're still recording this.
I'll
right?
take you through that journey for sure. I'm gonna be in bikinis even in the house 24/7.
I haven't seen any. Okay. Talking of being in shape and everything, just one more important thing that I haven't mentioned or just asked you about.
Yeah.
What do you think about the current Miss Universe, which was it just a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
What do you think of the results? Do you think it was more deserving? To be honest, I was just shocked with like just how the content. Okay, I don't know. I mean, did we have like enough black girls in the?
We did, but
It was a bit confusing because, like, even for me, at some point when it got, I think, to top 5, was like,
wow.
okay, this is
no black girl.
Yeah, but she was South African though. There was a South African, right?
Who's biracial?
But you see, now that's not her fault.
It's not her fault, but I'll tell you this
Yeah.
because I've been on the inside. Whenever Miss Universe, whenever South Africa sends a biracial girl,
She goes
well,
further.
they never bring a biracial girl. They bring either white or black. Whenever they send a white girl, she'll place immediately. Whenever they send a black girl, they'll never place. If you even look at the history of South Africa's Miss Universe, you will see I'm saying the truth.
Yeah.
So, for them to place, that was automatic this year.
Yeah.
Because the previous title holder was South African, so that's automatic for them, But then, out of 12 African countries that went, only South Africa? Wow. That was so unfair. It wasn't, I'm not even just saying that Kenya should have placed because everyone believes Kenya should have placed. That girl was amazing.
She was.
The whole of Africa was rooting for her. Asians were rooting for her.
Yeah.
Everyone loved her.
Yeah.
Her catwalk was the best in Africa, honestly.
She was.
You guys have seen the videos. She's flawless.
She's amazing.
And
like I was
everyone
there from day one.
Exactly,
so I've seen.
You've seen her
Yeah.
transformation. She
Yeah.
worked tirelessly and she deserved to place.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, even there were beautiful girls. Nigeria was so beautiful. I remember speaking to my sister and be like, she does not look Nigerian. She looked like a Barbie doll. Nigerians have long faces. She had a round oval face. She just looked good. And I'm like, it's so unfair that you can only pick South Africa, who's biracial, and not include any other African country. Then go ahead and pick a girl from Great Britain who's black and has dreadlocks to replace that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Because even for me, that's where it was a bit confusing. I was like, okay, so for Great Britain, it's
okay.
for South African, it's okay. What's going on?
That's what they were doing. They were replacing to make Africans feel like, no, but we put a black girl in there,
And I think some are really done like strategically so that
of course
that thing doesn't come
of
up.
Course.
That bit doesn't come up at
but
all.
it did come up.
Yeah.
It did come up. And I'm like, it's not fair. It's not fair at all. Just pick an African country, and that's what my sister was saying. You know, also more African countries need to do Miss Universe so that they can give us our own category, because at this point they've put Africa and Asia Pacific. Asians are pageant crazy. Of course they're going to take all the 4 spots. Kenya is going to win very soon. I'm hopeful. This new team.
Yeah, but the team is amazing, because I was there through the whole process, like just you guys going from like 130 to 15. And I actually didn't understand at first, like, what?
Wow.
You had to eliminate these people. But by the time we were getting to like the 15, I was like, okay, now I understand. It's just so much personality. How you talk, how you carry yourself. There's discipline. There's just a lot that goes into it.
And next year it's going to be better. It's going to be more vigorous, more activities. So much more is coming up next year. So it's going to be a tough process, because we want to pick someone who can win an international pageant now, you know? Someone who can stand with Philippines.
Are you saying you did not pick someone?
We did. They ripped us off. Ovaya, C's, you were good. You were so good. I'm so proud of you. You know, like, from a girl who had less than 1,000 followers, actually yesterday she just hit 10,000. So you see, everyone loves her, and it keeps growing. So I'm so proud of her.
And it was so organic, and if you think about it, you know, her story is almost as close as yours.
I know.
Because I remember
everything went wrong for her. From a bad haircut to, oh Lord.
And you know, I still have those videos, but you know why haven't finished them?
Why?
It's because I wanted her. Once she's back, we do something. She talks, and then we put everything together so that it makes sense. The whole story makes sense. Instead of just the first day, this is how it was. No. Why can't she talk about like now the whole experience? You know, like, you know, I remember when I was coming in, so those shots are there. Everything comes to place. No, listen, I know what I do.
I know you know what you do.
Hey. So I was just saying, like, you know, hopefully we'll see more black girls in there.
For sure, we will.
In Miss Universe, and maybe open doors. But speaking of that, now let's go to Miss World. Miss World. What do you feel about Miss World, Kenya? I know she's your friend.
No, I love the girl. I feel like she's well-spoken. She's an intelligent girl. And, you know, if the destiny is yours, it's yours. It was destined to be her this year, and it was her. And it does not matter if she didn't place or what. Now people are blaming it in the sense that she was Indian, and you can't send an Indian girl to represent Kenya. The fact remains that she's Kenyan by birth, and that's what matters. In fact, in the pageant industry, you only have to have lived in that country you're representing for 6 months. So I can live right now and represent Philippines, and you all won't do nothing.
But isn't it the same case about the South African girl who was participating?
It is the same case.
Because I posted her like babe of the day, and some people DM'd me like, yo, you're not even posting our own people and stuff, but it's hard for me to compliment or at times to post like Kenyan girls, like for those babe of the days things, because they're always like, you know, someone's boyfriend is upset somewhere, like, what?
I know.
But why is that guy posting?
Who are you?
Like, it's always causing like problems because somebody's going to send a forward to.
And me, why have I never been babe of the day?
I don't know if somebody's going to come and slaughter me in my nini.
You see.
I don't know, somebody's going to break my door and start punching me because nini. Because you see, I've asked GeeGee, is she in a relationship? She was like, we don't want to talk about that now. Me, I don't want some angry person coming to Bomoa my house, smack me with my Jordans and leave me and record me and post it online. I don't want. So that's the only reason. But I do love like Kenyan women. I really do love them. It's just that our culture is a bit more
tight.
Yeah, it's a bit tight.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know. I don't want to get anyone in trouble because maybe if I post them, somebody automatically starts saying that, you know, maybe I have a thing with them, and then I get them into trouble. Personally, for me, I don't mind. Yeah. So if you want me to post you, I'll post you if I have your permission. Do I have your permission?
Yeah.
I do? So.
No, after I've trained.
No, come on, what do you mean? You look good, GeeGee. Because, you know, I can use the kind of picture that I use, like maybe. Do you have any bikini pictures on Instagram? Yeah, I think you do.
Oh, yeah, I do.
I'll pick one of those and post. You know, babe of the day, So I got you. I got you. So
I love Miss World Kenya. I love her, and she did what she did. And
she represented us
from
very
beauty
well.
queen to beauty queen. I salute her. And
she's also your friend, right?
Yeah, she is.
Yo, tell her to get on my podcast. I've tried to reaching out to her. She responds, but listen,
she doesn't come through.
She told me 2 days. It's been 2 weeks. I'm still waiting. So you're going to talk to your friend. I need her in the podcast. I want her take.
I will.
I really want to, because there was, when she was going to represent us, I know, and even you know that a lot of people were like, why is she representing Kenya? She's not Kenya. But I think most probably she did, like what I saw on Instagram, she did like the most that other people would even have
plus
expected.
she won other titles rather than just the placing, you know? Yeah.
Like even in those 2 little competitions
she was
actually winning.
It's true.
So it's not
just
about...
give the girl credit. But let me tell you, Kenyans can never be satisfied, You crown a black girl, she's too dark. Even me, when I was crowned, someone walked up to my director and told my director, how the fuck you send a girl who's so dark and has short hair? She's not going to do well. And my director just watch this space.
You're amazing though.
But Kenyans can never be satisfied. You're either too dark or you're white.
Yeah.
What do you want, my people?
Yeah. But do you think if let's say for you guys, if you selected like Miss Universe Kenya, you picked like either a light-skinned girl, bi race, or even another like Indian.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that would have affected like
No, I think it's personality that shines when you go out there.
Don't think like people will run out of bleaching cream by next year if like we had.
Watu wa River Road watakuwa na job.
People will go nuts. But when it comes to like picking contestants, do you look at such things? If somebody bleaches, like are they automatically eliminated?
Yeah, for us, yes.
Yeah, really?
For Miss Universe, yes. We had a lot of girls who came in for the auditions who had bleached, and for us it's just a no.
If you've bleached.
Because the motto of Miss Universe is confidently beautiful. Then you're not.
You're trying to actually change yourself into something else because you don't like.
The funny thing is that I actually saw there's a girl who posted online.
Yeah.
She's my friend.
Yeah.
And people were asking, what are the criteria for Miss Universe? Because we just posted out audition and said this is the venue. Come,
Yeah.
And people are asking, so what are the criteria? Then some girl commented, who's a model, just said, you just have to be extra dark and have short hair and you're gonna win. And I was like, oi. Because people know, everyone, even when I go if I'm auditioning, people always say GeeGee's gonna pick the darkest girls with either natural hair or short hair. Because
Is it true?
I advocate for that. I feel more connected.
So they can't have long hair? They can't have braids like mine? You
can have whatever you feel good in and look comfortable in. I'm not denying that. But I'm just saying, to me, personally, I admit I have a soft spot for girls who love themselves no matter what. I love girls. I meet girls who have shaved their hair bald, and I'm just like, wow.
I love this.
It takes guts.
It does.
It takes guts for a girl to walk with short hair just everywhere and not give a fuck about what you all think. This is me.
But it's still even harder to maintain short hair.
It's hard. And that's what I tell people. Like, I'm going to shave because I'm like...
It's not easy.
You think. You end up at the barber every week.
Yeah.
And you're like, some will mess up your hair.
You have to maintain like that look, and once hairs just start poking out everywhere,
you have to shave.
That just doesn't work for you.
Yeah, I just love girls with short hair, and it doesn't matter if you're white, black. The girl this year, Miss Vietnam, who had the short hair, from the get-go when she was crowned, I showed my sister and told my sister this girl is gonna place. When my sister came back, she's like,
she was top 5.
Yeah.
I think what did I notice that was a bit?
She's tall and has short hair.
But does she have some work done? I don't know.
No.
No. Really?
And that girl was actually a hawker in her country.
You're lying.
Yeah, and the mom still sells bread in the streets.
What?
And she won, like, all the money she won, she took it and gave it to the community where she's from. Yeah.
Okay, but there was something that was just special. You could see she was standing out.
Yeah, she's very
from
special.
You could just see that.
Yeah, I envy such girls. It takes a lot of guts to just be a
and
girl
the money
and
that she got, and that's why, like, because I think maybe Kenyans, we are so money driven.
Yeah.
I hope that's just not what we're looking for. Because I don't think that's the only thing that can fulfill.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think,
agree.
because even the more you keep chasing money, the more you lose
Passion beats
the things
everything.
that matter to you.
Yeah.
Still
If you're
forget
passionate,
about them.
money will come with it.
It will.
Yeah.
It will.
Yeah, people will see, oh my God, that guy, his videos, it's because he loves taking those videos. That's why he's making money out of it. Don't just do something because people are doing it.
True.
Yeah.
True. And the moment you start focusing on what somebody else is doing,
That's wrong.
you're leaving your path, something that was meant to be yours, you're actually throwing it away.
It's true. And I was once told by a very wise woman, no one can do you the way you do you.
Hey. You know what? That's going to be the title of this podcast. Hey, that's going to be the... So, whoever that woman is, yeah, thank GeeGee. If you
Yeah.
need some copyright, whatever, just talk to GeeGee. She gave me that information. So I think maybe we can wrap it up from there.
Yeah.
We can definitely do this again.
For sure.
I really had a good time.
I think this,
I think the podcast was just a really nice way for me to actually be able to trap the people that I never have time with to just come like, yo, let's just talk. Let's have a talk.
Yeah.
Eat something.
Let's see where your head is at.
Yeah, and just give people information that they might actually need.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming through. So are there any future plans or future prospects for 2019 that you think you'd want to...
A lot of...
what do you think you'll be
plans.
having going on
A lot
2019 before
of
we
things.
finish this?
A lot of things. This year I had promised, of which everyone who meets me and follows me keeps on asking me. This year I had promised I'm gonna put my shoe line out. So definitely next year it's coming out big and beautiful. I got you all sorted. Like, you have no idea. And I'm definitely gonna start shooting more content for my gram, like different makeup looks, me talking. I know I have a bad voice, but y'all will get used to it.
Don't you have a sexy voice?
If y'all got to Kim Kardashian's voice,
no, listen. Kim speaks like a child.
that's what I'm saying. If y'all got used to it,
then
then you can get used to my voice,
you have
though.
a nice, and you should do more like even audio and visual, because people need to see that.
Yeah.
First of all, because that's what most of the models you're encouraging them to do that, right?
True.
You also need to do it.
I'll do it. I find
Should
myself
set an example.
I'm relatable. I'm not unreachable.
No, you
I'm
are. You
relatable.
are very relatable,
Exactly.
and I think people will just want to hear more about what you're doing and just guide them where they need to. Because the model industry can be harsh to people who don't really know what's going on. Because I see people who get lost, but unfortunately, even if I try to help them out, it's not my place, because they're like, okay, you're not a model. How would you possibly know? How would you possibly know, like, this is not good for me? But from you, they'll definitely relate to it, and actually the message will hit home.
So, a lot of things coming up. Fashion videos, things to...
I got you.
Y'all better follow me.
Listen, I got you covered. When it comes to that, let's work in 2019.
For sure.
Don't sleep on me. Like, let's really...
I don't sleep on you.
Okay, that wouldn't be a statement coming from me. I mean, it would be the reverse of that, so you know what I mean. GeeGee, you know what I mean. I would... you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, like, like, let's just work. 2019 is...
We will.
2 weeks away. So if you have, like, plans, just make sure you fit me in somewhere.
I've already fitted you everywhere, not just somewhere.
So that's it, guys. You know, we've come to the end of the Kisscapades podcast. GeeGee, make sure you follow her. I mean, her modeling career is just amazing. She's one of those people I really respect in the industry, you know.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
if she doesn't have a boyfriend yet, by 2019, you know, we can always work something out. And, you know, who knows what the future holds. But, so thank you so much, GeeGee. Thank you
for having me.
at Cafe, of course, for the space. And, of course, the amazing food and drink, breakfast, everything. Appreciate it. So till next time, Kisscapades, goodbye. Hey.